Hey everyone, it's MrFlyingPigHD here with a little review for you, a bit of a chat about the Manchester United versus Cambridge United game. It's just finished 3-0 in the FA Cup, 4th round replay at Old Trafford. We've got the result. It's been a professional performance from Manchester United, quite a decent display from some of our senior players, some of our younger players doing well tonight, the likes of McNair, Wilson playing very well. I think Robin van Persie's had a good game, of course. Just generally happy that we've progressed into the 5th round of the FA Cup. Preston beat Sheffield United 3-1 tonight, so we've got them in the next round. That's a good time for us. Hopefully United can really make a fist of winning the FA Cup this season, because we're not in the Premier League title hunt realistically. We're not in Europe, are we? We're absolutely gash. Let's make a fist of it and, try and win the FA Cup. I mean, what do you think about United's chances realistically now? You've seen us play against Cambridge. You've seen the troubles we've had in the cup run so far, the Yeovil, in cups this season, the League Cup obviously getting decimated by MK Dons. We've not really done ourselves a great credit in cups so far. We managed to get through here, via a replay against Cambridge, who are 75 places below Manchester United in the Football League. To put it into perspective, United's squad is worth well over 200 million, and Cambridge, well, they're worth about 0. So you know what I mean? It's we should be beating them. Golfing class, absolutely. Fair play. I just want to say, actually, fair play to Cambridge United, because they've taken it to a replay at Old Trafford. They've earned themselves a nice little bit of money there. And, last week they were good value for it too as well. United absolutely shocking. But fair play to Cambridge. They made it difficult for us. They got themselves a replay. And it was up to Manchester United to do them over tonight, turn them over. Obviously, going to Old Trafford, you would expect that to be a comfortable proposition for Manchester United. And it was. And I'm thankful that it was, because we've had some shocking results in games recently against weaker opposition. So just nice to actually get into the next round by hook or by crook, or whichever way we freaking can, to be honest. You know what I mean?
I just wanted to say, massive well done to Cambridge United as well. I mean, that's what the FA Cup's about. It's what dreams are made of. And yeah, it would have been great if they'd been able to beat United for Cambridge fans, obviously. It wasn't to be, but I'm sure they can be proud that they managed to take it to a second leg.
You can tell this guy's a bloody Spurs fan, can't you? You know what I mean?
Proper neutrality.
Well,
I've got to be impartial and, fair play to Cambridge, definitely.
No, fair play, mate.
But also, well done to United. I think it's a win-win situation, to be honest. Cambridge will be disappointed, but they'll be happy with how they performed, I'm sure, because they really did give it to United in that first half. It wasn't until that first goal, Cambridge were looking resilient. So it has to be said. I'm sorry.
I mean, they had a chance early on, didn't they? They could have gone differently, but really, when that goal went in from Mata there, that's when Manchester United settled down, actually started playing like a Premier League side, and then it was just really plain sailing. Obviously, Rojo's got his first goal after that. Lovely glancing header from a lovely Robin van Persie, sort of dinked cross into the box from the left hand side, and it was really a nice goal for Rojo, and I'm really happy about that, because I think he's probably the best sort of centre-back we've got around at Manchester United.
Fantastic. I saw him in the World Cup for Argentina. Argentinian side's never been so well known for their defensive qualities, but they look good this World Cup. Definitely, they were getting through in a lot of games, low-scoring games where the defence was tight, and Rojo was a massive part of that.
He's been pretty decent for United so far. I mean, he's made a couple of errors here and there, but considering he's from a different footballing culture and he's come to the Premier League, I think he's done pretty well. I think he looks like our most comfortable centre-back at the moment, and I think he's probably going to be really important for us from between now and the end of the season, because of we didn't sign that top-quality centre-back in the window. So now Rojo, there's a lot of sort of pressure on him, really. He's got to sort of harbour a lot of that.
He's a versatile player.
Responsibility in the centre of the defence.
And I think he's done very well.
He is versatile,
I think he's been one of your best signings.
Yeah.
And who else has been a better signing?
I think Daley Blinn's probably been a very good signing for value for money. I think because he wasn't much. He was about 10 mil, and if you look at Di Maria, £60 million. If you're talking about what you've paid to what you've got, I think Di Maria's been pretty good. Gone off the board a bit recently. He looked very good when he first came here. I think Daley Blinn's looked pretty solid throughout. Consistent, had a bit of an injury, come back, done very well, controlling games.
I almost feel like not the biggest names that have come in. Excuse me, such as. Who's your big stars that come in? Falco, massive player, but Falcao. How well has he done? I'm not so sure. He's done okay, all right. Van Persie, I mean, I know that's a few more years back, but he's starting to struggle now, and he was a big signing at the time.
That's sort of why we.
Di Maria's done very well.
Yeah. But you mentioned Van Persie there. I thought he played quite well tonight, obviously against Cambridge. He should be playing well. But someone else that's nice, we've obviously made these signings for strikers, Falcao, Van Persie, underperforming the season overall, you'd have to say. James Wilson's a player who's broken in to the side recently this season. He looks pretty lively. He got himself a goal tonight at the end there. Looked very good. I just really like his old game. You know, getting him beyond the defence, his pace. Got a good shot on him. I think he's got a real bright future ahead of him. And you know, obviously we got rid of Welbeck, got rid of Hernandez. So he's a nice third striker to have around. I think he sort of keeps those older chaps on their toes a little bit to some degree. You know, because he is ready to. He seems ready to make that step and take that starting spot. And I think he's going to be a really good player. So I'm not, you know, in terms of Falcao,
to be honest, is not someone that I've really heard much about or really known too much about until this evening. I think, you know, that goal really kind of you know, spoke volumes about what he's achieving at the moment at Manchester United.
I suppose as a Spurs fan, he wouldn't really be following it to the degree that I have.
Well, no way, but he's certainly, you know, now that I'm aware of it,
he's had a good season. I mean, he's played in games and scored goals. Yeah.
People will be picking up newspapers tomorrow, reading about it online, and they'll see that name, James Wilson, as one to stick around.
There's only one James Wilson.
Is he English? Yeah, I take it he is. So you know, we're looking at. And how old is he?
About 19, I think. 19,
wow.
20.
So you could be looking at a future England star there.
Another young lad who had a good game tonight, I thought, was Paddy McNair at the back. You know, coming to another player sort of broken onto the scene for United this season. Van Gaal giving him opportunities in the first team. And I think tonight was another example of what he can do. Obviously, again, I'm going to stress that we were against opposition that, you know, aren't Premier League standard, of course. But he's had a good game. I mean, at one point, I thought he was freaking Cannavaro in disguise. He had a rifle-in shot at the keeper, hit it like Paul Scholes, and he defended generally very well throughout the evening. So, you know, I think he's another Manchester United who's got a bright future. I mean, the thing is with Louis van Gaal and Manchester United not signing big name players this window, it gives these young players the opportunity to show between now and the end of the season just how good they actually are. And I think you've seen from Van Gaal that he's been getting rid of, obviously Fletcher's gone, Addison's gone this window. So I think he's sort of showing he's making way for a new crop of player, whether he signs them in or gives players the opportunity to come in. He's sort of making way for the new crop, I think. So yeah, I think next window you're really going to see Manchester United move into serious heights in terms of.
I've heard a lot of criticism of Van Gaal recently. People comparing his points at the moment with United compared to what Moyes had equivalent last season, and it's been worse slightly. But I think it's very unfair to judge the guy like that. I mean, when you look at players like James Wilson today and that goal and everything, what he's it's just proved that young players are coming up. I think Van Gaal is encouraging that, and I think there's just a different mindset at United at the moment, which is a joy to see from an outside point of view.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really generally that happy, but I'm more enthusiastic than was this time last year, even if it's very similar in terms of where we're at. I guess we're higher in the league, so that sort of sugarcoats it a little bit. But in terms of us going forward, you know, you can see positives in it. If we get all our players firing on the cylinders, the likes of Falcao, Di Maria, Van Persie, we've got a good squad. We've got a good team. Van Gaal's got, is a tactical genius. I'm sure he'll get the best out of the players. The longer he's there, things will improve. So yeah, things are looking positive. Things are looking good. But I just wanted to sort of have a little say, just have a bit of discussion with my friend Henry here. Obviously, we watched the game tonight. Very happy with how it's gone. We've not really talked that much about the game, have we, mate? To be honest, we started talking in front of the camera. We were going to talk about the game, and then we just basically talked about Manchester United, generally some topics. That's how it goes, yeah. But I'm really hot in this hat right now.
I think it's one of those games where there's no need to look into it too technically, because let's be honest, it is what it is. It was a 3-0 win. It's Manchester United against Cambridge United. Okay, yeah. And looking at the bigger picture of the FA Cup and Manchester United in general is something that's is worth discussing. Yeah, that's a good point, mate. And so to summarise, really happy with the performance. Not the greatest performance we ever see, but a professional performance against a Cambridge side who were up for it. And we've progressed into the next round of the competition, which is what was important, and hopefully we can make a push for the title. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please chuck a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Thank you very much for watching. You can follow me on Twitter also at MrFlyingPigHD. This is Henry Hotspur. This is MrFlyingPigHD. Take it easy. Peace out.